behind every captain with glittering eyes and a luxuriant beard. The crew of briny rogues. Sure, some of you are as ugly as a sea cucumber.
You get away with it.
Some of you are closer to being a chair or coat rack than a pirate. And some of you are just fish I've dressed up in a hat. But you're still the best crew a captain could wish for.
Okay, the pirates are coming, well, to a movie theater near you.
Yeah, but these aren't the Johnny Depp pirates. Our movie guy, Aaron Lafferty, is here to explain a little bit.
Yes. This is a fun family movie. The thing is, this weekend we have 1 PG movie and 3 rated R movies, so kind of a feast or famine here for you.
So this one might do well if it's the only.
I think Pirates will do well. It was good to see. This is like from the same people that did like Chicken Run and those kind of movies. It's claymation, so it's that stop motion claymation animation. This isn't drawn. This is very meticulous, and the detail is really good. You don't necessarily have to see it in 3D. It is available in 3D if you want to see it that way. But it's a fun little story. Basically, if you've ever heard of the Golden Globes or the Oscars, in the pirate world, there's a Pirate of the Year Awards.
Oh, okay.
So you've got these different pirates that are competing for the Pirate of the Year Award.
Oh, okay, wonderful.
Cute concept.
Yeah.
So you got the pirate captain that we introduced there. He's got a group of people that aren't really the A team of pirate crews.
Oh wait, I'm already sensing a plot here.
So they set out to try to prove themselves, kind of thing.
Okay, interesting.
It's
like
a
our
fun
Movie Reviewer of the Year award, that would go to you.
There you go.
Never mind.
It's a fun movie because kids can follow along with trying to do something positive in your life and all those kinds of things. It's a fun story. It's a lot of fun. Kids and adults. There's jokes in there for the adults, and there's enough in there fun for the kids. I would say be careful with the little kids because some kids that I saw on the screening were a little bit scared about some things like 5 and under. Maybe avoid, but.
Okay.
All right. So the other one's very adult, you're saying?
Yeah, the rest of these are all rated R for different reasons. The 5-Year Engagement actually filmed in Michigan and is set in Michigan. This is the Jason Segel, Emily Blunt romantic comedy. It follows a couple who intends to be married, but due to a series of events in their lives, they continue to expand from, okay, we'll get married in a year, we'll get married in 2 years. It ends up being a kind of a 5-year engagement.
And this is R for what reason?
This is R for...
Some content, probably.
It's like sexual content, language, those kinds of things. So it's adult content.
Yeah.
This filmed in Ann Arbor, and then also California.
Some big stars, though. Yeah.
Yeah, Jason Segel, and also Kevin Yon. Remember, he voiced the Super Bowl Chrysler commercials. He plays the rabbi in here. So.
Oh,
fun!
Fantastic.
Kevin's a great guy.
There's 2 Michigan connections to this movie.
Okay, I'm a fan of Edgar Allan Poe. Loved the books growing up, scared the bejeebers out of me, but now they're the Raven.
Right, John Cusack is Edgar Allan Poe, and basically there's a series of crimes that are being committed that are kind of in how his books are written. So there's either a copycat, or maybe he has some kind of inside scoop on this criminal.
Right.
This is rated R, obviously, for violence and gruesomeness.
And probably dark, like
it's
the
dark,
tone of the books and poems and things like that.
So he joins up with a detective who's trying to solve these crimes because he obviously has some information. He knows what this killer might be thinking.
Seems that might be a little Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, a little Sherlock Holmes kind of thing, or Jack the Ripper kind of way.
Very English.
Yes.
Okay, what next, Aaron?
We also have another R-rated movie is Safe. Jason Statham, you might remember him, Transporter. He has another role where he has to protect somebody. Basically, there's this little girl who has information. There's Russian mobsters are out to get her because she knows some series of numbers that have some significance, and so it's his job now to protect her. He also has some run-ins with these people in his past, so he has a kind of a vendetta against this group. And Jason Statham does a lot of his own stunts, so you're going to get a lot of action in this one. This is rated R for strong violence and language.
Okay, now you have an update on a Made in Michigan movie.
Right. You may remember What's Wrong with Virginia. It filmed, back in 2009 along the lakeshore. This is when we first got the film incentive credits, and it's going to come to Waterfront. And it's also going to be in limited release nationally We're not sure yet when it's going to get here, but we do know that June 16th at Waterfront Film Festival it will have a screening.
Okay,
that's wonderful.
That is exciting.
So
You
this
know, Ed Harris, Gemma
Jennifer
Roberts,
Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly, a
Yeah.
lot of really big names with that.
Right,
And
and some,
it's
and
been
some
in
local
West
actors too.
Michigan.
And they kind of kicked off. I just remember that one as being one of the first.
It was one of the first, and it went to Toronto Film Festival in 2010. It didn't do so great, so they went back and re-edited and shortened the name to Virginia, so it's now
Wow, I didn't
Virginia.
realize they could do that.
Yeah, so film festivals can be a way to test market a movie.
Really?
And so if the audience doesn't seem to really respond to it, you get a chance to recut it.
Interesting.
Wow.
And obviously, if you change the name, maybe people will forget
That it was out the
original
first
cut.
time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that happens.
And you always have some picks for us too, some things, suggestions, if you will. I always like to hear your favorites.
Well, also, you know, since we have these rated R movies, I had to give you a couple PG-13 movies.
Thank you very
So-
much, yes.
So the whole audience is represented this way. Obviously, Touchback is still in theaters. This is the second week of release in West Michigan, so this is my pick in theaters. Go see it, you know, go buy local, if you will. Kurt Russell, Brian Presley. This was better than I expected.
You like
now,
it.
I don't want to hype it up too much because then you might not enjoy it as much. But, you know, it's really done well. You kind of... In the other movies we've seen, we are kind of lost in, oh, look at all the sights and all the scenes, where this movie you do get more lost in the story.
Oh, good. Okay.
So go check it out. It's fun. It's, you know, it's that whole would you do your life over again, you know, knowing what you know now,
It's
would you do
Wonderful
the same?
Life.
It's a Wonderful Life, Field of Dreams, Mr. Destiny, all those kind of going back in time, Back to the Future
Interesting.
type movies. So.
But set right here in Coopersville.
Set in Coopersville, yeah. I mean,
I like
the
it.
name is Coldwater. It's Coldwater, Ohio, but you know they got the sea on the field, the sea on the hat, so
Yeah.
that's kind of fun to see.
I want to go see this weekend. I'm going to wear my Coldwater shirt that you
There
snagged
you
for
go.
me at the filming. So
Yeah.
people will be like, hey, wow.
She's
You were
from
there.
Coldwater.
You're an
Yeah,
extra.
exactly.
It's fun to see all, you know, all the local
Right.
scenes, and this is one of the last, between that and Virginia that we were just talking about, are two of the last ones that we're going to see that were made here, that we're going to be able to see on the big screen because they've kind of
Limited
tapered
that
off a
little
little bit.
Yep.
So
Okay. Another one?
this is one of those movies that, you know, I don't normally say go see the movie in IMAX or go see the movie in 3D, but
Well, you're very good about people not spending the extra money
Right.
if they don't have to.
So if you
not
didn't,
worth it.
if you didn't, and you were waiting, see it now. Just came out this week. Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol. Tom Cruise is back. It's the fourth installment of this franchise. I think it's actually one of the best of the franchise. It's for men and women. You don't have to have seen all the other movies. It helps because it does kind of take off from the third one, but you can get by if you've never seen any of the other Mission Impossible movies. It's obviously based on the original TV series. It's a fun, exciting adventure. You know, Jeremy Renner's in there. There's, you know, a question if he's a good guy or a bad guy. There's a lot of twists and turns, a lot of action, as you'd expect from this franchise.
Great. A lot of action is always good when you're kind of looking for
Yeah,
something
and they
out
don't-
there and don't really have something you love.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The one thing I like about action movies is right from the beginning. Don't make me wait 10 minutes to get into the action. They start right from the beginning, so that's
Great.
fun.
Okay,
So-
we can check you out online.
Yeah.
Right, and on my YouTube page, I'm still uploading. I got more to go, but I've got interviews from the cast from back in 2010 when we were on set. Brian Presley, Sarah Wright, Mark Blucas, and I'll be putting Barry Sanders and Kurt Russell up there later today.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Thanks
All
for
right.
Check those out.
As
Fantastic.
always.
All right.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Thanks.
Are you West?